let's talk about what's in your accessory bag when you get your sewing machine. Welcome, I do sewing and DIY related content, and let's say you just bought your own sewing machine, someone gave you a sewing machine, and you see that it came with this bag of accessories and you have no idea what they are. Today we are going to be talking about what is actually in these bags. Now sometimes the bags come with a lot, sometimes they only come with a few items, but there are normally some items in there that you want to keep on hand, especially as you continue on with sewing. Now I know that some sewing machines don't come with physical manuals anymore. It's more of just something you're supposed to use a QR code, scan it, and then get it that way. And I feel like that can make it a little tricky, especially when you're trying to learn about the pieces themselves. So in this video, we're going to talk through each piece. I'll give you more resources for where you can learn more for some of these, and then just give you kind of that basic introduction of what all of these items are. So this white bag I got from a Beginning Brothers sewing machine. So we're going to start off with this as I feel like it's probably more similar to what comes with most sewing machines today. So the first is it came with a seam ripper. Now I think the one it actually came with was white and I've lost it over time, but I do know that it always came with a seam ripper. Then it came with this spool pin. So normally they come with an extra spool pin. Most machines will let you do 2 threads for like parallel stitching. So this allows you to have a second spot to put that extra spool while you're working with it. Next we have a twin needle. So normally your machine will give you a sample of a twin needle. This is used for like parallel stitching. Sometimes it can help with the knits too. So normally that will be included in your machine. So what, like you're using that second bobbin, this is what that would be for. Then some machines will give you just spare needles in general that you're able to try out and use with the machine. Sometimes they will be in different sizes, sometimes it will just be kind of one size, but you just have a few extras. It really depends on the machine that you got. Then most will come with extra spool holders, really depending on the size of the spool that you're using. Some will be really tiny, some could be really big. I think mine originally came with 3, and then I lost one over time and have been using one of the spares, but you will get some extras of those in your kit. And then a lot of the times you will get some different little accessories too, such as like a bobbin. So some will come with 1 or 2 extra bobbins. I've seen sometimes they'll come up to 4 or 5, but you normally will have an extra bobbin in there. There'll be some sort of lint brush included that can help you clean out the machine. And then most of the time there will be all these different types of presser feet. So a lot of these are for different specialty uses. So for example, sometimes they will be labeled to help you understand which one they are if they reference to a manual or on the machine itself. This is a zipper foot, so it makes it a lot easier to sew a zipper. So you can sew it on either side. Whenever you see one that kind of looks like this T shape, there's normally a pretty good guess that this is going to be a zipper foot for you. So if you are going to be sewing a lot of zippers, I would say to look that up. Then there will also be a buttonhole foot. So this is to sew buttonholes. I do know some machines are a little different about buttonholes. So if you have more of a computerized machine, normally it will come with this buttonhole type foot where it connects to the presser foot. You add a button into the back there, and then there will be a little bar guide you pull down, and then the machine works by going back and forth to sew up the buttonhole for you. So fun fact, I actually lost this presser foot at one point and had to order a new one online. So just a quick reminder that if you lose any of these little accessories, you can always get extras online. Then this is actually a button stitch foot. So you can use this on your machine to actually sew in buttons that have like 2 or 4 openings, and it will use a zigzag stitch and go back and forth. So it basically covers the feed dogs for you, and then the needle goes back and forth and can sew a button in place. So I actually have never used this on my machine. The couple times I did, it was a little finicky, but definitely something to keep in mind and try out if you're sewing a lot of buttons. So this presser foot is actually a type of decorative stitch foot, so it can be used, sometimes called a monogramming foot, but it's normally used for decorative stitching, satin stitches. It has that groove underneath, and then because it is clear, it lets you see that stitch that you are doing. So another option if your machine does come with this and you're doing decorative stitches. And then last but not least, most machines will come with some sort of screwdriver, so this is to help you take on and off the needles and to potentially get into the machine for maintenance. Now everything else in here is sort of optional items, so if you get a machine that comes with more accessories, they may come with little scissors. So these are like embroidery scissors that will sometimes come with embroidery machines. That mine came with a stylus as well if yours is a touch screen. If you do have a machine that does embroidery, they may come with a different embroidery bobbin case for the bottom. And then mine also came with cleaner. Again, that not all machines do this. This is a quilt bar attachment. So if you're doing a lot of quilting, if you get a quilting specific machine, most likely it will come with one of these as well. And then mine also came with some additional feet. So this is a rolled hem foot, which those can be really tricky. Now we also have the blind hem foot, which is used for if you want to do a nice hem on a garment and you want it to be almost near invisible, you can use this to help get that nice invisible effect. And then we have some other feet here. So for this one, it's a 1/4 inch seam guide foot. I absolutely love these. These are like my favorite type of presser feet, so highly recommend looking into that if you do a lot of quilting. We also have an over edge foot. So the way this works is if you do like an overcast stitch, the needle will go back and forth over that bar just to make it be a little bit more structural. And then we also have a satin stitch foot. So this is great for if you're doing those satin stitches. It lets you really see. Again, sometimes they are clear like this and sometimes they are more like a metal type. And then we have a darning foot. So if you're doing like free motion quilting, this can be incredibly helpful if you are mending patches. This can also be useful for that too. So just another way that you can use your sewing machine. And then we also have an embroidery foot. So like I mentioned, my new machine has the ability to do embroidery. So it came with a specific foot for embroidery that you would switch out. But a lot of different accessories that can come with these machines. So let me know, did your machine come with any extra accessories that I didn't feature here? Are there any of these that you really have a question on? Any of these presser feet that I do have a video for, I will link them down below. If you found this helpful, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next. Thanks for watching.